struggling hitting 60 FPS with triple 4K and Lima Ultimate, I had the same problem, but I actually fixed that now by setting up some changes to make sure that we hit in every condition the target of 60 frames per second. So stay tuned, stay on the video so you see what we have set up. First of all, to reach now triple 4K, we have to reduce just a little bit, so we will not run native triple 4K, as also a lot of other simulations are just running with reduced resolutions because they have technologies like DLSS or FSR, which will do the job. We don't have this Lima Ultimate, so therefore we have to manually reduce the resolution and then making sure we are countering a bit with sharpening. I will explain how that works. First of all, find your installation, Lima Ultimate, that is in Steam Apps Common Lima Ultimate. And there is a folder called User Data. And in User Data, there is a file called config DirectX 11. If you open that, you see now a few settings that you can manually change. And what we did here is we have changed the resolution to a very custom resolution, which is 9600 to 1800. This is also possible in the NVIDIA app, but I am running the 3 monitors separated, not with NVIDIA Surround, and that's the reason I have to do this here manually. So if you have NVIDIA, if you have the NVIDIA app and you're using NVIDIA Surround, it's maybe easier going by the app. For me, with 3 dedicated monitors, that's actually the only way to go to make sure that we're reducing the resolution to a little bit. Let's check out how we stretch the picture and what are our in-game settings. We are now in Lima Ultimate, and due to the fact that we reduce the resolution, we also don't have full screen. So this means we are correcting that by using simple runtime window editor to select Lima Ultimate, and then I have set up a profile which is actually sensible to do so that you not have to play around with this X value, because these X values are actually moving the picture from your central monitor to the left, and I have 3 of them, so it needs to be negative to be further on the left corner, so to say, of the picture of the screen. And then width and height is our normal for full 4K resolution. This actually, as soon as I'm setting this up, gives me a full perfect perspective as I would run native 4K. If you have NVIDIA Surround, I don't believe you need that. But again, I am running with 3 separate monitors, which does require it. Going now over to options and then to my graphic settings. You see my lowered resolution, 9600 to 1800. Post processing I've set to low. FXAA I've set to off, but I have continuously choose MSAA of 4x. Simply because I don't like this aliasing. You could also reduce that if you like to, but we have already reduced the resolution, so it actually will be double worse. Details on track, textures, etc. are set to ultra. Special effects, medium, shadows, ultra, shadow. So these settings are not relevant for the night. So therefore, for night or rain, so therefore we can keep it like that. And then soft particles low. A rain doesn't have that high performance impact as I've measured. I set it to high, and then road reflections and environment reflections to low. This has a very high impact, to be honest. If it's raining, so it's crazy. It's massive. Visible cars I've set to 12 because that's the only thing I'm seeing, and I have a little bit more headroom than running the computer primarily at 100%. So let's now go into a race and see how our performance looks like with the settings that we made. The settings for the benchmark is actually a rain setup, which I've customized just a little bit. If you go to the advanced options and you go to the race, you can define the real road wetness, and I set this to extreme so that the track is already completely full of water. And further, we also changed the weather to serious rain, 100% rain, so that at the end of the day, you have the most taxing situation if you're also driving with a full grid of cars. So let's check out the performance. And as a conclusion, we can say that overall Le Mans Ultimate will work in triple 4K if you reduce the resolution just a tiny little bit and adapt the graphic settings with the current hardware that is available on the market. I'm not quite sure if a 1590 would solve overall the performance problem. I don't have one at my home, so therefore I cannot try that out, but with the 4090, also the visual implication we have then is not that extreme. It's important to have true performance in every condition, especially if you're doing season races or league races. You don't want to tickle around with the graphic settings while you're driving or before the race, because you see that rain or night is coming. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned and drop me a follow.